Okay, today's vlog is about PMBOK. And what is PMBOK? It is Project Management Body of Knowledge. It is a registered trademark and it is a guidebook from Project Management Institute, PMI.org. So today we are going to be talking about, and it is a repeat presentation. I did it last year, but I did not have the chance of completing the entire presentation, invite comments, and then make the recommendation to the PMI.org. My name is Rafiq Khadimali, Rick. Okay, so we talk about PMBOK. First of all, let us get a little bit introduced. Project Management Institute, Project Management, PMI.org, is the entity which has got all these certifications and everything. Like I am a PMP, Project Management Professional. They are the one who certify PMPs and many other certifications as well. Okay, so let's talk about, first of all, and today I am discussing this. There are two areas, which is HSC, which is health, safety, and environment management, that is missing. And the other one is regulatory management is missing. So my previous vlog, when it went, I am very grateful to Mr. Munir Ajam. He commented upon, he said, granted that HSC and regulatory are missing, but there are other areas also which are missing. And he pointed out to logistics and supply chain management, and also methodology and sustainability. I'm going to have separate vlogs on them, but very quick comment on that one. In collaboration with Mr. Ajam, I am going to be doing a vlog wherein I am going to recommend that the project procurement management should be renamed as project supply chain management, which will include logistics and everything. You would recall that previously we used to be calling purchasing manager, procurement manager, but now the title has changed. It has become a supply chain management manager. Okay, so that should take care of one of the comments from Mr. Ajam. And when we talk about the methodology and sustainability, those are the two areas, in my opinion, they could be either in project integration management or in project scope management. Let's talk about today's topic, that what we are talking about. Okay, so let us go and look into, so what is the issue, first of all? And in the meantime, please locate on my website Mr. Ajam's comment. When I made that comment, you will see he communicated with me on my LinkedIn profile. So today the issue is that we, the oil and gas professionals, we think that there are two very significant areas which are missing from PMBOK, which happens to be the HSE management, which is health, safety, environment management, as well as the regulatory management. Now, every project has got HSC. That is for granted. And I'm very surprised that how the PMI did not include in their 10 facets of project management. Regulatory is a very specialized subject. Our projects in oil and gas, they are to be certified, or you take the permission from, let us say, US Coast Guard, or MARAD, which is Marine Administration, or you take it, if it is onshore, then you take it from, the permission needs to be coming from FERC, which is Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. Okay, so that's why we have got mentioned that the regulatory management is also not available in the PMBOK. So this is my revised presentation. Okay, I had previously, as I mentioned, I had done it last year, but I have not got, I got some comments from Indonesia, some from Far East, but then I had been busy in the project and now I am repicking it up so that I could complete it. Okay. So what is the background, first of all? By the way, along with this video, I have a PowerPoint presentation also, which I would recommend you to download it and keep it in front of you when you are listening to my chat. Project Management Institute, PMI.org, and Project Management Body of Knowledge, PMBOK. These are the trademarks for Project Management Institute, which is PMI.org. Okay. And that PMI is the one which certifies the PMPs, project management professionals, the way I am. And there are many other professionals which are in risk and in schedule and several certifications that they will be conferring to those successful professionals. Now, the background is that the PMBOK identifies 10 areas, or you can call them 10 facets of the project management, right? They are project integration management, scope management, time management, cost management, quality management, HR, which is human resources management, communications management, risk management, procurement management, and lastly, the 10th one is the stakeholders management. So today's chat is about project quality management that I am recommending that it should be renamed to HSEQR. HSC is relating to health, safety, environment, and then Q is QA, quality assurance and quality control, and R stands for regulatory. So this is, I'm going to be going itemized to review and make a study, a kind of a case study in all the 10 facets of PMBOK. Okay. So the missing area. So we notice, first of all, okay, so we notice that the quality management, project quality management, that could be revised to contain these two in it. So in that way, there will not be a big change. And in particular, in our mega projects in oil and gas, they have got dedicated position for HSC manager and regulatory manager, which are in the same line where the interface, me as an interface manager, that we report to the project director of a project, okay? Now, my PMP certification is from the last millennium. I did it in 1998. It's around a quarter century, okay? At that time, the PMBOK had 9 facets. Okay, and I give compliment to PMI.org that the best addition that they have done, which is the 10th facet, and that is the stakeholders management. Great job, super job. Okay, now let's talk about, excuse me, let's talk about the PMI as the contributor. When PMI started in 1969, at that time, there were a lot of IT professionals, and they were in majority, and they did a great job in making the PMI a truly global project management entity and is heavily acknowledged worldwide. Okay? Now, I have been attending Houston PMI chapter for over a quarter century. Okay? Now, well, prior to COVID in person, but then when COVID came, then obviously there was a gap. Then they restarted as a virtual attendance. So that's what I'm talking about. Then in our later years, then my kind of oil and gas professionals were also going into PMI, and then at this time, I would say IT professionals and oil and gas, petrochemical professionals, and other professionals also, they are kind of, in the same majority. Okay, so they are not having it now. Why we noticed that the two very significant areas were missing, which is, as I mentioned to you, is the PMI, which is not included in PMI's PMBOK, which is HSC management, and also the regulatory management. As I mentioned to you, regulatory on our offshore projects, we deal with US Coast Guard, we deal with MARAD, okay? If it is onshore projects, we deal with FERC. FERC, I mentioned to you both of them, okay? So then, now what is the solution? So now I'm floating this idea that we need to rename project quality management to make it include the two missing managements in it, and make it HSEQR management. In particular, that some of the operators as well as the EPC companies, they have a tendency to keep a HSEQR director. Under him, there are three distinct and separate positions for QA/QC manager, for HSC manager, okay, for a regulatory manager. So this is the reason that particularly I'm talking about. And okay, so now then we are talking about the PM. Now my request is to the project management global community all over the world, PMPs, not necessarily PMPs, anybody who is related in the project management, that they review, that they contribute ideas, and that we could have a once all the comments will come, then I will have a Q&A session. I will have, because of the time difference, I'm Houston based, okay? So I'll have it one for the Western Hemisphere, I'll have one for the Eastern Hemisphere, and to strike a balance and build a consensus, and then we can present it to the PMI.org for their consideration, that they be willing to rename the project quality management, as I mentioned, to project HSEQR management. Okay, so thank you very much for your listening to me, and I would have several of these kind of vlogs related to the PMBOK itemized. You see, I have only picked up today one of them, and I am now going to have the integration or scope and all that. And you will go and look at my interface management, and you will see that I mentioned that project interface management encompasses all the facets of the project management. Okay, project interface management, where I was the interface manager on 7 projects, on 7 mega projects, and a wonderful, great career, and enjoyed my time as an interface manager. So project interface manager encompasses all the 10 facets of project management, but we will go itemized, and then I am looking for your comments. Thank you very much, and have a great day.